I don't know if I'm live or not. All right.
Yeah. You
You live?
we gon' take off. We gon'
Okay, we live. Bit. All right, you ready? Three. Well, we lost him up here. All right, you ready? Three, two, one. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy D Friend.
what be Neil.
You boys
We back in the building for another episode of Absolutely Unsure Podcast. Episode number 86, I believe 86. We were gone last week, but things happen, but we're still sticking with it. We're still staying consistent. So before we get anything, man, you already know what to do. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. You're on SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. Make sure you go subscribe over there as well to those channels so you can, get the audio-only versions over there. So it's been 2 weeks. We got a lot of things to talk about today. We got Bill Cosby being freed. We got we'll probably touch on the Derek Chauvin thing a little bit. We got the Lil Nas X performance. A bunch of things to talk about in today's episode. So before we get into that, you know what we got to do here, man. Let's get to good things. I'll go first. I got a good thing. So my son's third birthday last week. So that was a good thing. Birthday is always great. So that was a good thing for my family, my part. What about y'all?
My little brother got an FBS scholarship, so shit. Gotta be excited about those.
I seen that. Utah State. Congratulations.
Yep. They rolling in now.
nah, that's dope.
I want to ask you something, but I don't want to, mess up.
Shit.
What?
When you commit to something, you ain't really gotta like stay committed to. Like if somebody else roll around, like, hey.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, even if you ask me, I haven't talked to him or anything like that. I don't really see like him decommitting.
You think so? So you tell me like if like
Yeah.
I don't know, Florida State, like, man, you're a really great player, man. You can be our starter.
Depending on they lineup, like this school Tulsa just offered. It's a dude named like Tanner Murray. He got like a Texas A&M offer. Then he got a dude named Cardell Williams that go to Westfield along with my brother. So it's like that's 3 quarterbacks in a row. Like we don't want to end up going to a school that got a bunch of niggas coming in, type shit. Versus like Utah State, I think they kind of focused on him in a sense. So and it's offense that run around him perfect. So
you also don't want to get, no disrespect, but you don't want to get Aaron Sharped.
Yeah,
he went to UCLA. As soon as he signed, next day they signed the number 1 quarterback in the nation for the next year. It's like, okay.
Josh Rosen.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Sharp was a beast, so yeah.
He was cold, but once they get that number 1, once you sign that number 1, they're gonna put you in front. But what you got, Rob?
Shit, you know what I'm saying? I've been hella lazy, but this past week I've been pretty consistent on the workouts and being active. Even when I one of these mornings went out there with Bryson, hooped a little bit.
That's good.
He got a little bucket.
Who won?
He got 2. I got 1.
So he beat you twice.
They beat us twice, yeah.
Oh, it was a team. They won a 1-on-1. All right. So
no, it was teams. It was teams, but I was giving them buckets. I was giving them hella buckets.
Yeah, he been working on his game. I don't know how many days he been working on it, but the nigga had a shot. He ain't had that whole. So he ain't hoop like this in high school, nigga.
But all right, man. We got big announcements, big things to discuss, a lot of shit going on. Let's just dive right into it. So Bill Cosby released immediately. He's already at home.
Free my nigga.
He said, I don't know about all that. I don't
Free
know.
My
about,
nigga.
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
Free my nigga.
That just sounds so bad. We'll talk about Bill Cosby's free. Bill Cosby's free. He got sentenced to 3 to 10. He served 2.5. Supreme Court of Pennsylvania vacated the conviction, overturned it, threw it out. And a lot of people are like on social media are like looking at it like, oh, it's because he was innocent. I mean, he could be innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty, But the reason why is because the 5 witnesses they brought in, it's like you can't bring these 5 women in to like try to create a pattern when it has nothing to do with this case. So that was the first thing. You can't bring in just 5 random people say, oh yeah, he did this to me too, when it ain't got nothing to do with this specific case. And then what was I reading? There was a DA from 2005 when the girl who got convicted for the Andrea Constant first brought up a civil suit against him in 2005. They told Bill Cosby that, okay, if you do this civil suit and you waive your right to invoke the Fifth Amendment, then we won't prosecute you criminally. Right? So he was like, okay, I'll do the no Fifth Amendment thing. I'll speak my piece, but y'all can't prosecute me. Cool, we'll do that. So then they ended up, I guess once it got released to the media, the new DA was like, oh shit, we're going to bring up a criminal trial. But old DA already promised they wasn't going to bring up a criminal trial. So that's where that's just the details of why it got thrown out. Right? It wasn't because there was new evidence, there was new whatever. What'd you say?
You said he admitted to it?
He didn't. Okay, so what I read was something else. But when I actually read the deposition, he didn't admit to doing anything with this lady, the one who he got sent to jail for. Right? I'm gonna break down everything from what I read. Right? So in the deposition, he talked about with this girl, when she brings up him giving her pills, her getting woozy, and her being assaulted, he says he gave her Benadryl. That's what he said. I gave her 3.5 Benadryl. She just said he gave me 3 pills. She didn't specify what they were. So he gave them to her. She took them. She said she started seeing double vision. She started feeling a little woozy. They went to the couch, and that's when he started molesting. He didn't rape her. He molested her. He started like playing with her boobs, playing with her vagina. And he left her there, went upstairs, and then the next morning, I guess she was up. He was in his robe, and he was like, all right, muffins and tea. She went down there, got the muffins and tea, and then she left. That's what this case is about with her. It wasn't like an actual, like, full-on, like, he raped me. I mean, molesting isn't good either, but it isn't like the ultimate. And he said they consent. You know, it's one of those things he's saying they consented to it. He gave her Benadryl, not Quaaludes. But I was also reading. I was thinking, I was like, okay, he did admit to giving girls Quaaludes that he wouldn't have sex with in the 70s and 80s, right? But I also was thinking, like, okay, back then, was that commonplace to do? Because I think they said, like, back then that was a party drug. So I was like, I wonder if in our generation, if 20 years from now, people are like, oh, I had sex with this guy, and we both took Molly's. You know what I'm saying? Like, Molly was a thing back in the day. So I'm like, was he drugging them? Or was he just doing what was with the times? But then as times went by, now it's looked at as rape. You know what I'm saying?
Free my knee.
I don't know. No, you got to read the shit, Bryce. I don't know about that free. There's a lot of cases where it's like 15-year-olds saying him and Hugh Hefner was raping him in the Playboy Man. It's a lot. Like, you got to read the shit, but you just go out there saying free mind. It's a lot of stuff.
All right.
It's a couple of allegations to Playboy Mansion. There's a couple over here. It's 58 total. And I wouldn't read through like most of my actresses.
This is what I'm gonna say. This is all I say. Damn. If my nigga if Hugh Hefner can go out unscathed, free my nigga.
So pretty much if Hugh Hefner can rape, Bill Cosby can rape, it's okay.
I'm capping. I don't know
about that stance.
You're getting to a point that I can't stand with. But
my bad.
I know Hugh Hefner is known to have some underage women in his shit, so that's not far fetched, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure some scandalous shit going on with him, and it goes back to that shit. Like, whatever we kind of say, either way, it's like, is it really helpful? Is it harmful? But for me, I mean, shit, the nigga about to die. He got to face God.
Yeah, I feel like they wasn't gonna make him serve the full 10. He probably gonna get out next year anyway, like 3 years. He was gonna get out anyways in the 3 years. I doubt he was gonna serve the full 10. He already 80. Shit, I don't know what 85. You watch him at the press conference, he could barely talk. He could barely, he just there at this point. So, and the women who like they're mad about it, like the women who like the accusers, they're saying like he's still a danger to society and danger to this and that. My thing is like at this point, like,
what women are going around?
If you go around this guy, now I'm not saying He's still a bad man if he does it to you. But at this point, it's like, all right, dog. Why are we gonna go around him again? Like, why are we gonna go back and hang out with this guy? And now he's 80.
I got a question. So how do you feel about like the wife, the light-skinned wife? I forgot her name. I think it was like something Williams. Like sending out a statement in support of him.
Felicia Rashad. I mean, you gotta look at it like this too. She actually knows him, right? Like that's her friend. So she know different things about Bill Cosby than we know. She might not believe it. There's plenty of people who have family members, friends who get accused of shit that they ain't gonna believe it because it's their friend. So I get that. That's her friend. Like, I can't.
Don't you think she would like hear certain stuff, or like she would have been around? Like,
but then like she said something, and then the dark skinned mama from Fresh Prince said, "Felicia, you wrong for that. We was all around back in the day. We knew what the hell was going on. I know 5 women myself who haven't came forward. Like they're not a part of the 58. There's 5 women I know personally who never came forward and said nothing about it. Let's not act like we ain't know what's going on back then." And I wouldn't be surprised because Bill Cosby was powerful. I feel like all them powerful dudes was doing shit. Because if you read the stories, it's pretty much that thing. It's like young girls who want to be actresses, models, this, that. Oh, I can help you with your career. Oh, come to my hotel room. We can do acting, like acting court. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of vibe, right? But like you said, at this point, you're either going to think he's a piece of shit or you're not. I mean, he's already been stripped of everything. Like, they're not showing like, everything's already stripped from him. Like, of course, he's rich probably still, but he can't do nothing. It ain't like OJ where OJ just got off and OJ can go live his life and do whatever. Like, Bill Cosby's done for it regardless. Even with the conviction.
I feel like, even for OJ, though, like, the nigga served his time. What else more do you want from him?
Well, he didn't get caught for well, he got off. So, I mean, who knows if he did it or not? He got off.
Type shit. Like, at some point, I mean, like, niggas go to jail. That's what they're supposed to do, serve their time. And if they get out, bro, I feel like, nigga, I ain't about to just keep demifying these people. Unless they keep showing the same behavior. That's another story.
I don't know if we talked about this before, but why do you think there's a path it seems like there's a path of redemption for murderers, but not a path of redemption. Now, I'm not saying there should be a path of redemption. I'm just putting it out there. Why do you think there's not a path of redemption for like sexual?
Because with murder, it's like, nigga, like you can have a legit reason for murdering somebody. It may like you might have took it too far, but you may have a reason. Ain't no reason for really like besides some sexual shit, and that shit seems like, if you was to ask me, like, that's just like you not controlling your urges type shit, and like nobody gonna really have pity over that shit type shit.
Okay.
In my opinion, a murder can happen in many different situations. Was it like, you know what I'm saying? Was it intentional? Was it planned? Was it like in the heat of the moment? Was it self-defense? You know what I'm saying? It could be a multitude of things. When it comes to sexual assault or rape or something, how many situations you put into where
you have to do that?
You could justify any of those actions.
I just always, so it just always made me feel by, and like,
that's just something.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you was talking still. What'd you say?
No, you good.
Oh, but I just always felt like serial killers are so glorified. Like, I wonder if murder, like serial killing, the crime wasn't life or death. Like, if there was like, okay, you'll get 30 years and you'll get out, I feel like they would have a path to redemption. Like serial killers, I just don't feel like people would be as like. You probably wouldn't want to hang around them niggas. I don't know. Maybe they just famous because I don't know. Maybe they just famous because we know they're not getting out and they caught. Like, they're done for, so we don't got to worry about them no more. With sexual predators,
because people be curious. People wanna get inside the mind of a killer.
Yeah,
that's why I think that's why it's so popular. People want to get inside the mind of a killer and try to understand why they did what they did, what made them that way. People, I guess, intrigued by shit like that.
Yeah,
so in a sense, you know, in America, you could capitalize off of it. So in a sense, that popularized it.
If we really being honest, we can all think of that one person who wouldn't have mind just running over with a car.
I don't think I got nobody I want to off.
I'm being funny, but we can relate to it being like a person you just despise, like, and like it got to that situation. Like, we can imagine shit getting to that situation. Raping somebody, like, that shit's just different. Like, nigga, you fighting something like it.
You're like, but this is the thing too with this Bill Cosby. This is not the victim blame though, but some of the stories I don't understand how that. I don't get how it happens, right? Like when they say like he forced me to give him head, like I don't understand the dynamic of that forceful. Like I don't understand. Like is he like I really like some things you read. I just don't understand that dynamic. I guess maybe you're scared, so you just do it. That's the force.
Well, yeah, that's how somebody would justify it in court. Like they feared for their safety, or you know what I'm saying, the person had a position of power and they feared for their job, or you know what I'm saying, the chance for opportunity. So in a sense, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people on social media begin
technically
shit
forced.
just because it's like a lot of people are celebrating the release. Like I think like Lil Duval posted like City Boys, we win the summer, Bill Cosby free, or some shit like that. And somebody else, who else said? Some other famous person said some shit about Bill Cosby being free. And I don't know. I just think like you gotta really like. I didn't really when we was talking about it back in the day. I didn't really read all that shit that I read so far. Like all the stories, all the this place, this hotel, this Playboy party, this that. I'm like okay. And then the circumstances of being a power play. A lot of girls saying like I was on the Cosby Show, and then this happened to me behind the scenes. I don't know. I'm sure he did some shit, but maybe he didn't do the constant shit that he got charged with.
My biggest problem is like we know men like that are hella attractive, and women be shooting their shot too. So it's like this, the numbers with that shit be, bro. It'd be hard for me to believe some of that shit. Like I know it'd be some slimy ass niggas that be on some other shit, but a nigga like Bill Cosby, bro, women are throwing themselves at him. It's just like unless he's just really a sick person, then that's a whole nother something I can't justify. But bro, I feel like maybe a lot of these women could be trying to manipulate his power too. Like I think that shit go both ways. Like that's why it'd be hard for me to just take sides. Like honestly.
I think a lot of famous people know they got that out. Like what you saying, like because people believe that because I'm famous, I get so many hoes. Like why would I rape? Why would I do this?
That's
so
true,
they like take advantage of that, knowing.
Yeah,
they be like, who would believe you? Like type shit. Like I can understand that. Like it's some sleazeball shit, but I feel like somebody, like unless it's some shit that's really just like we don't know about his childhood or his past or something like psychological about him. Like bro, it's just not reasonable to me. Like. A person like that, bro, like all types of women is just throwing themselves at him, bro. Like, and he's such a busy man. Like, bro, he got so much shit going on. Like, worry about sex, like, and trying, like, that's a lot to be doing. They can
get it cracking. They got to go to the hotel room. They got to chill.
I'm not saying he can't, bro, but I'm saying that's a lot. You doing a lot. You a motherfucking mastermind. You creating this. This sounds like a movie, bro. You this great nigga writing all these great scripts, but like that shit takes hours out your day. Like we talk about Kevin Hart, 16-hour days, right? And you finding ways to finagle and fuck women, like. But I'm just saying.
When did he become super busy? It was like the 90s, right?
I wouldn't know. I just know he's a creator.
Like I know he's been a comedian. Like because most of the attacks stopped like. I think right before the Cosby Show kind of like started. Like it was like in the 70s, the 60s and 70s where a lot of the attacks happened.
No, before he might not have had that much attention in.
Yeah, he was still a famous comedian at that point in the 60s and 70s. He was around these people, but it didn't really take off until like he didn't really slow it down. I feel like until maybe he got that more mainstream fame, like that America's Dad, whatever they was calling him back in the day, America's Dad, Jello Pop, Pudding Man, whatever the hell they was doing. But it also could be a lot of people, more people ain't saying this. I mean,
I could see that. But
I mean, the memes are always great. The R. Kelly is like running to go get his lawyers and like all these things about R. Kelly. People saying free R. Kelly now. It's like,
see, I need a documentary that go into Bill Cosby's childhood. Like with Michael Jackson, I don't think he did the shit, but I can kind of see how it happened because he was like he didn't have a childhood, so he connect with you. I can see that.
Yeah.
R. Kelly, he was molested and touched on as a kid, so I can see that. So it make it easier for me to believe them to like demonstrate the behavior that they was abused by. I gotta like something gotta show me that about Bill Cosby too. Like obviously, like if somebody bring out cold hard facts, then I won't need that shit. But I haven't really got cold hard facts, even throughout the whole, like when we used to talk about this shit all the time. I never really heard nothing to make me believe that he was just doing this shit. So I'm not gonna sit up and say I read every fucking thing, but I was pretty involved with reading a lot more than regular people, I would say. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just hard for me to just say that I believe he did it.
Yeah, I kind of did a crash course. I was like, okay, boom. I know it's 58. They had the whole thing. The 58 victims of Bill Cosby. All right, and it broke down each of their stories. A lot of them, the stories were like similar. What happened to Zoom? What you mean? Zoom cut out on me? Hold on, technical difficulties. What the hell?
I think it's some bullshit. I seen a timer going off, but I thought it was like that normal shit. Like,
yeah, we lied though. Fuck it, we still live. We still here in the building.
Okay, cool shit.
Is there a timer on the host still?
Nah, I don't see it now.
I said, damn, man, never did that shit before.
Yeah, usually it'd be like, oh, you don't have the whatever shit, and it just keep going.
Damn, you gonna throw out the whole? They heard us talking about Bill. They said, hold on, they get into it. Nah. It's the man trying to shut us down. The man trying to shut us down. We here talking about Bill, man. Leave Bill alone. But nah. I think he'd have lived his life. He'd have had his successes. He'd have had his downfalls. Like, I mean, whenever somebody decides to finally make the Bill Cosby, it'll be a documentary. When somebody makes a Ray-style Bill Cosby, they probably won't do it because it's going to be too controversial. People are going to be... I'd like to watch it just to see because everybody's interested. If y'all can make movies about serial killers, y'all can make movies about Bill Cosby. It's like, all right, come on. Because the serial killers ain't like they was just killing people. They was raping and killing people. So it wasn't like y'all can make a movie about Bill Cosby too. Because like you said, you kind of want to see like your whole life. Because especially because if you a serial offender like that, it can't just be like you just rocking like that. Something had to happen. Something had to happen mentally, or your mind might just be that. You might just be that person. But most times people just don't do that just because they like, fuck it, I'm going to do that. I see what you're saying, because you can watch any show of any serial offender and you look in their life, most of them had some type of childhood trauma.
They had a lack of shit. This nigga Bill Cosby got a bunch of shit. It's just hard to say, like, that's the nigga. Like, I don't know.
But, yeah, he free. They can't do nothing about it. People are mad. I ain't gonna celebrate it, but they gonna change shit in my life at the end of the day. Like, man, yeah, free. He's going to jail. He's out. Like, what's the point of being mad? I mean, people saying the justice system failed. I mean, really, the justice system worked for Bill Cosby. Like, that was the law. Like, the court system don't work for social media. And that's a good thing, because if the court system start working for social media, it'd be bad for a lot of people. You can't let the court of public opinion take over the real courts. Because once the court of public opinion take over the real courts, it ain't no...
It's over.
It's over. So people like, oh, they must have paid them. No, they followed the law. Like, the ODA said that they wasn't going to prosecute him criminally if he openly discusses what he's done and things like that. So you can't then, now we're going to use that as evidence against you in the criminal. It's like, no, that ain't how that shit work. I don't know if that's that poison off the forbidden tree or whatever the hell that shit called, but you can't do that. So,
speaking of poison off a forbidden tree.
I don't know what you talking about. What you talking about?
I was about to try to transition to Lil Nas X. I'll just cap it because he on that deal with shit. You talking about forbidden tree, forbidden fruit, like nigga.
I feel you. We can get off that Bill shit. But I mean, Lil Nas X doing his thing. He was BET Awards performance, and he went through his performance. At the end of the performance, started making out with a guy on the stage on a big screen. It's like, boom, there you go. We making out live on BET. And like, he knew it would. Like most people knew, it caused an uproar. Not only like a big uproar, just like a social media uproar.
That's the only type of uproars that really are these days.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's not really like, I mean, there's out in the street uproars, but, social media. So my take on it was just like, I want to get y'all's take on it first.
Rob, did you watch that shit?
I mean, I seen the clip about it, but I ain't necessarily just watched the performance.
It was cringy to me. I'm not the only one that thought that. Carrie said the same thing from a woman's perspective. So, I mean, from a dude, I mean, it's not supposed to be sexy to me, but like,
was it supposed to turn you on?
Yeah, I know it's not. I know I'm not the demographic. Like,
Bryce's like, damn, that wasn't spicy enough.
Wow, that's not what I was thinking. Not even close. That shit was cringy. Like, I would want, like, just to go past like the moral shit. The nigga not really that talented. He can't sing and he couldn't dance. Like, he did a choreography, but the shit really was. I watched the shit like, all right, let me just take the just watch the performance. Let me just
see what's going on with it.
It wasn't even that good of a performance. Like, I feel like he need all those extra theatrics and shit like that to even become something, and that's a problem in itself. Because like, what standards do you have when shit you don't have any talent and you just going off basically just trying to get attention? Like, that's just not a good quality to live by. But to the moral shit, I mean, BET, that's the shit you want to put out? Like, black kids watching this shit? Like, so then they gonna be like, well, we can have black women and shit like when they're twerking. Is that true? Like, they had like BET usually like the BET was usually more classic, right? Hip hop awards kind of be a little more ratchet, but they don't think they really had women twerking.
I mean, they be twerking, like they be twerking.
Yeah.
They be
yeah,
twerking.
I feel like they be twerking. Yeah.
But like, it's not even the twerking thing that you can say it's a dance, that's whatever. But even if like somebody made a point, it was like, even if Offset, because Cardi B announced she was pregnant at the awards, right? So if her and Offset would have just started like randomly just making out, it would have still been like, I mean, still cringe. It's like, what are y'all like? Okay, like, what are y'all doing? Like that's my stance.
You could do it, but as far as the point, or for a simpler reason, the artistic expression behind it,
yeah,
you couldn't. I don't see what that would be behind that. The only reason I can see is just being, like, I guess, like he said, an attention grab. I guess trying to create a moment.
Just trying to be over-sexual for the sake of being over-sexual.
For the BET Awards, or just for the hell of it. I guess that's just what he do now.
That's his shtick.
That might be his new thing. Yeah.
That's like with the, like, think about his timeline, right? So Old Town Road come out. He didn't think that shit was gonna be a big hit like that. Nobody thought it was gonna be a big hit. If people wouldn't have made it a big deal that the country charts took that song, if the country charts would never took that song off the charts, that song would have never, I don't think ever would have been a big deal like it is. But that created a thing, people got to get behind the movement. Oh, they're trying to spite this young black male from making his country song, so we going to push it. Then they got big song everywhere. Billy Ray Cyrus hops on it, is big. Biggest song ever. Ever. Any song ever. It's the biggest song. And then he drops, I think he comes out as gay before he drops his new songs, right? So he's gay. Oh, yeah, I'm gay, guys. Okay, everybody's like, okay, cool, you gay, whatever, all right. And then he starts dropping songs. They do good, but obviously don't do as good as Old Town Road. And then he drops the song that he kissed the guy, that Montero, and the devil thing comes up. Mm-hmm. So I looked at that as like, okay, now from there, what can you do next? So it's like, now he always has to raise the bar. So now he kissed the dude last time. So now his next thing, like, what's the next thing you gonna do? Because there was something between the devil and the thing that nobody really was talking about. He was on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, one of them shows, and there's a dude that was like licking him on his neck, like on them late night shows. Nobody really discussed that too much, but that was like the middle part. So it's just like, you're thinking, okay, sexual. So gay is just a part of what you are to the world. Like, you're not just Lil Nas X, an artist. You're just gay. Like, that's your thing. I'm gay. It's not, I'm just a talented artist. I'm gay. The same thing I kind of think about Lizzo. Like, you think about Lizzo, it's always something about being fat. Like, I'm fat. Okay, we can see you fat. Like, all right. Cool.
Lizzo actually got talent. She just, her rollout is on fat.
That's their thing, is I'm fat. Like, Lil Nas X, when you listen to his songs, they don't sound bad. They sound like traditional, like he's trying to make pop music. They don't sound bad. It's not like he's making horrible music. But the shtick is just like his thing is I'm gay. Liz's thing is I'm fat. Like I'm fat. Everybody, I'm fat. It's like I mean, okay, cool. We can see you fat, and we know you gay. But now it's just like you just trying to push it in our face. But why are you trying to do that? Is that the only way you feel like you can get attention now?
Yeah.
If that's the only way you can get attention, then you will have a long career because eventually people are gonna get tired of it. They'll be like, all right, we don't even want to watch. Like, okay, you're just doing too much now. Because all I can see is the next thing is he gonna be at the Grammys and he gonna like have some chaps on. He's gonna throw the chaps off. He's just gonna be his ass going. That's gonna be the next thing. Is that because where do you go from that? You got to go to that, right? That's the next.
You got to raise the bar, right?
Yeah. How you like? How you feel like the black community or black Twitter took it? Because I really don't know. I didn't really get a gauge.
It's a mix. You know, there's like, and I'm not naive. There's obviously people that don't like gay people at all. Like obviously, I had a guy in the comments saying like in my video, I don't ever think I give off that energy, but he was saying like, gay people spread so much disease. It'd be great if they had a genocide. I was like, okay, well, I ain't say all that, man. I just say he just pushing himself out there. I didn't say they should be killed or no crazy shit like that. So obviously,
my biggest thing with the gay people is just like the pushing towards to make it like normal and to even like let kids even get engaged with that shit. But like for me, like I'm not too much tripping on it. I just be wondering like what's the effects on the community or the effects on like what's the long-term effects on this shit? Because it's like when you do any type of like medicine or anything, you don't know the effects till 25, 35 years from now. So I wouldn't bring up the questions now, like, bro, how is this shit really affecting us? Because I really feel like this shit's deeper than, like, back to kind of the conversation we said, what affects us more, the gang shit or that shit? Like,
I was watching. You know who Soul Illuminati is?
I've heard of him. He's a rapper, right?
No, he's not a rapper. He's a YouTuber dude. He like spiritual now. Now he's spiritual soul. Now he's spiritual. But he was just talking about, he was saying that Lil Nas X is bad for the LGBTQ because he says that Lil Nas X only does things to disrupt the LGBTQ or seem to get a negative reaction for them, right? So like, you know, when you do the devil thing, you know you're gonna make people mad. So it's like you're intentionally doing something. Like you think you're doing it because it's gonna gain you acceptance, but you're kind of just doing it to because you know it's gonna piss people off, right? So it's not a good look. I want to know how do like regular everyday gay people look at that. Do you think that's a hindrance or is it help?
It has to be, bro. It has to be because it's like most people correlate certain type of music with devil music, or like we talk about like we don't talk about devil worship, but they can really worship the devil like in a recent video, bro. Like most people will be like, I'm not fucking with that, but somehow they kind of got pushed past, bro. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you was really gay, bro, I don't think you would want to be tied with devil worship as well. Well, I don't know, Rod. What you think?
Pretty much the same thing. Like, I think it is a hindrance to the LGBTQ or whatever the case may be. Because, well, I don't know what he do behind the scenes to help the movement, but his public actions don't seem nothing. It seems just like more of a pushing it. I'm in your face, like I'm gay, I'm this way, and I guess I get lost in confusion because I feel like I don't know what they deal with, but I feel like it's pretty generally accepted. So what's the need to continue to push it to the forefront?
Yeah, I think he's living in a world where he lives on social media, so he sees a couple bad comments, so he thinks what he does is he's like owning the people that don't like him. Like, I'm gonna keep pushing it because y'all don't like me, but not realizing probably the overwhelming majority don't really give a fuck. Like, you gay, dog? Yeah. Cool. Like, we don't give a fuck.
Now what?
And I was thinking, I was. These are just thoughts. We're just thinking, right? And I was like, it seems to be in the media aspect. I don't know about gay people's lives day to day. I'm sure it's not like this, right? And also, I'll make 2 points. First point. I'm sure, I don't know for sure because I'm not in the gay community, right? But a stereotype for the gay community, like a negative one, is that they're sexual deviant. Like, that's what people call them who don't like it. They're sexual deviants. They're nasty. They always want to be over sexual. So I don't think you promoting over sexual, like that's why I think the hindrance comes, because when you do that, you're kind of only promoting the idea like these people are sexual, like deviant, right?
I ain't gonna lie. I work with a sexual deviant. This nigga by 17, 18 years old, motherfucker fuck with boys and girls. He ain't shot at everybody at work. Like
I'm not saying there's not, but I'm just saying like you just.
I'm just being funny.
No, I'm not saying there's not. But I'm just saying like you're just further pushing that on people who aren't even. They just like regular gay or whatever you want to call it. Like I'm just gay. Like I'm not trying to force nobody that I'm gay. I'm just if I got a boyfriend, I got a boyfriend. We live our life. We chilling. It's not like extreme like that. Like y'all make the media and mainstream make it seem like gay is like an extreme over like you know what I'm saying. I'm sure it's probably just a lot of regular people just I like guys like I go to the bar, might take somebody home, might just have a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just regular shit. I always tend to lean that it's more regular shit than like this over compensation that we see in the media, right? And then what was my second point? I don't even remember. I forgot shit. But which one of y'all was about to say something?
I just feel like when like people make like certain announcements, they'll feel like they supposed to be pedestalized or their life is just going to change dramatically. Did y'all watch the movie Soul?
Yeah.
When he got the role or the job, he felt like everything gonna change, but pretty much life stayed pretty simple. So I feel like when people get like a certain big job or maybe even have like certain things like graduate or something like big about to come up, like life end up being like still simpler than what you thought. Like it ain't just turning into this grand thing. Even if you make a lot of money, like people often say it's pretty much the same thing. It's not nothing really just grand as you make it seem. Like when before we went to college, we thought, oh, we gonna go to college. This is supposed to be this grand fucking thing. So I feel like kind of with a lot of gay people in their mind, like especially with media pushing this shit, I feel like they expect to be feel like special and shit like that. And they could kind of do anything they want in a sense because it's like it's their world. And how media pushing it, they feel that. I mean, you got the right to kind of feel that way in a sense. So I don't know. I feel like we're just in a weird time, bro. That's all I can say. Because it's hard to judge this shit, like in the sense of like trying to demify it. Because like you said, I feel like this shit regular. But then there are those people that's like, oh, I'm gay, so you should be like, I float on flowers. Like, nigga, my life is better. Like, everything I do is just like perfect. But in a sense, like, nigga, that shit was not classy at all. But how gay people, if we really like, I feel like gay people stick together so much, nobody would have called that shit classless. Like how you said, is that really beneficial to y'all community in the long run type shit? Most people would just say just because he had a display of gayness on stage, that it was a good thing for their long run. They're not going to look at it in the sense of how like image is a part of it or how people may judge you from the outside and they may have valid judgments in a sense. So yeah, I feel like I said, we're in this weird world and shit. The gay people got a bunch of yes man in the sense of media, and
that's what I'm saying. Like everything, and then there's like this new notion. Like every headline was like, because he started responding to tweets, right, of people tweeting him, and it was like Lil Nas X responds to homophobic tweets. I'm like, bro, just because you critique somebody that's gay doesn't mean you homo. Like I don't hate gay people. I'm just acknowledging what's going on in this situation. And it's like I was watching. Well, I wasn't even watching it. I seen somebody on YouTube was talking about, so I looked it up. There's this new Disney movie called Luca, right? And it's just about he's a sea monster. It's kind of like The Little Mermaid, but like backward. Not even really like The Little Mermaid, but the concept of like he's a sea monster. Once he gets on land, he turns to a human, right? So he ended up finding another dude who was already on land, living a life, kind of a rebel on his own, like an older brother type movie, like young kid, naive, meets another one who's like doing his own thing, rebelling, right? And then, but media and newspapers were like, "Oh my gosh, is this Pixar's first LGBTQ film?" I'm like, this ain't got nothing to do with being gay. It's like a little brother finding an older brother, getting on land, discovering a new world. It's like a coming of age adventure type movie. Like, and then there was like, is two guys sharing like friendship? Is that like supposed to be gay? Like they're just friends. Like why is it gotta be a gay thing? And then like the creators said that it wasn't a gay thing, but I still seen people pushing the articles like, well, yeah, we reached out to the creators. They said it wasn't a gay thing, but this is why we still believe it's their first LGBT. It's like, why are you pushing that? If they say it's not, like there could be other gay films or gay people in a film or whatever, but it's like if that's not what it is, what's your reason for pushing it like it is?
So I will have a question for gay people. do you see an alternate like agenda being pushed along with the gay shit? Like we just said with the devil shit and stuff like this, like, and then like maybe even like the shit, like you say, childhood shit, like or like the child gay shit, and how that may even be tied to transgender and child's belief. Can y'all see the other agendas being pushed with this shit? Because it's not just about being accepting about y'all. It's some shit being pushed. It feels like it's hard to say because you're gonna be called the conspiracy theorist guy, but bro, obviously gay people need acceptance. Obviously, gay people should be loved and they should be able to live their life. But it feel like some other shit being pushed with that shit, bro. And that's just realistic, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like other things get that same shit, but I can't really think of examples. But bro, just with along with the devil shit and many other agendas that we seeing go on with the LGBTQ, all this other shit, bro. Like, I guess we can kind of jump into the transracial shit. Like, that's gonna be a part. Like, and y'all like, like, bro, I don't know if we just really take
just go like people are mad at that transracial dude now, like because he did 18 surgeries to become Korean. But that's just the first step. I wouldn't be surprised if 20 years from now, they just become you can't really, that's how they feel. You can't tell them that, that's just like, that's kind of like the Pandora's box you open, right? That's what you just kind of got to live with that. Once you start letting certain things go on, like the transgender thing to me, whether I agree with it or not, at least that makes sense. Okay, you think you're like, on this scale of making sense. You think you're a guy, but you think you're a girl, you turn into something. But once you get to talking about all that, there is no gender, I don't have a this, I'm not, I don't know about all the extra shit. I'm non-binary, I'm not a girl or a guy. Like, I don't know.
For instance, so like with gay people, like, do y'all believe in the non-gender shit? Like, don't, like, just because you're gay, like, I feel like transgender and gay is almost simultaneous things, but I feel like most gay people may not even believe in that shit. Like, in the sense of like, yeah, I may accept you just because I know we need acceptance too, so I'm not going to not deny you being accepted by the world. But that don't mean we have the same plight in a sense, because I still believe I'm a man, and I know that I'm interacting and I love men. Like, if you saying you can't even be gay if there's no binary shit.
There's no gender. It's like,
if it's no gender, how you even
True.
gay? Like, but I'm being funny.
But it's up. I guess in their mind, it's up to me how I feel. You could be a man. You think you're a man, traditional gender roles. But then they'll be like, well, I could just say I'm nothing. I think Demi Lovato came out and said I'm non-binary. She is no, she someday she isn't to either side because they're made up essentially. They're what's the word? They're social constructs. They're not really like concrete things.
Bro, that whoever made up that lie is a fucking genius. Because that's a Pandora's box that people cannot let go. Like, nigga, no, it's not a social construct. It's not. Animals have the same shit. This shit is it's throughout genetics, it's throughout trees. There's female trees, there's male trees. Like, this shit is throughout our whole shit. Like, no, it's not just a social construct. So some people just run with certain narratives that just get told and never fact check the shit. And now so many people say it almost like it is a fact, but it ain't the truth.
Yeah, I think a lot of things you can kind of just look like I said, there's nothing wrong with gay and all this stuff, but like, no, I don't know. I don't know, man. We talking to, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, you always look to nature. Like, you just look at nature, and that's like, because they're not, when you look at nature, like, obviously animals have thoughts, but they're just doing things off natural instincts, right? Humans, we got the ability to think too goddamn much. We kind of got too much freedom, so we just kind of do whatever the hell we want to do. Or whatever's made, like whatever gets created next, like because there's always going to be something else. Like there's always going to be something next after this. We just don't know what the next thing is. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I wonder, like, and I don't think so. I doubt it. Every country is like America, where we're just like everything goes, anything anything rolls, anything goes.
I think anything can go. Hey. What's up, bro?
Nah, I was about to say, how does transracial shit work? So, like, with the 18 surgeries now, like, I'm pretty sure he looked Korean now.
No, he looks.
So he just get to like check.
He got like the he got his eyes done, I think, and he kind of got like bigger cheekbones, so his face looks more like. He looks like he has more like a perfect chiseled like face, and I think he maybe got his hair done to look Korean or some shit. His head, like he did a whole bunch of shit to his face. Now he's was speaking Korean. I don't know if he went and learned Korean or some shit, but like he get hella backlash. But like I said, he get backlash now. But who knows? 20 years from now.
What's crazy is like I can get like white people like maybe trying to get some melanin things. They kind of sunbathe and shit like that. But bro, we actively know black people that have done this shit and bleached their skin and stuff like that because they don't like their color or their skin. So I feel like this may end up affecting our community in the long run more than their communities because it's like we already know how
so if
with certain shit.
If I don't have to be black no more, then I'm gonna just change my race.
Yeah, and that ain't gonna work out for you. Them niggas are not gonna accept you over there. But I don't know how much you think they gonna fuck with you. They not gonna fuck with you.
Man, I say he just must really want to be Korean, and he did the surgery. So when he go over there, he'll blend in and he'll feel right at home.
I think it was something like he wanted to mimic his favorite K-pop star or some shit. Some dumb shit. It was dumb shit.
Sometimes more.
Don't tell me that.
But this shit scares the hell out of me. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the VT war shit. The rap. I mean that's it. Lil Nas X did his thing. You know, there wasn't really nothing else that happened that was like, whoa, this is crazy. That was pretty much the only little tidbit everybody was talking about, really. And Cardi B becoming pregnant, but that was pretty much the only controversial things that was going on that night. I be having topics I want to talk about, but I don't know if I have my thoughts well thought out enough to have certain conversations.
I understand that.
You have a I don't know, not even a hypothesis, but you have like a thought that when like the thought isn't like your actual opinion, it's just a thought to have a conversation around. But in this generation, in this day and age, when you say that, people will think that's your opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? But you're just like thinking to throw it out there.
Yeah.
But
it's like a general idea.
Yeah,
not exactly what you think,
like
but
pretty
just
much.
kinda
I was just like
everything out there.
I was just looking at like certain like we would call quote unquote degenerate shit, and it seems like, I mean, we talk about it all the time. We talk about street shit and this and that. Like, why is it like kind of celebrated and all these things like that? Because I think somebody was having a conversation I was watching. Who was it? I think it was Kwame Brown having a conversation about why don't we uplift other things more than we uplift like degenerative shit. Is it programming? Is it media manipulation? They made it seem like that's the cool thing. Like I think I was having a conversation on one of my videos. I don't know if it's a Lil Nas X video or another video that I did reacting to Charlamagne saying like America's just a racist country as a whole. And I was just like, I think not necessarily the problem, but if you look at other cultures in society, I think even I think what Malcolm X said, pretty much like you won't see no leaders of other cultures being like their entertainers. I feel like in the black community, like not even the mainstream, but like what was looked at as the mainstream is too focused on entertainment and these type of people, right? In the other communities, like in the white community, country music isn't their thing. That's not like their like you'll never see. You won't see Jason. You won't see Jason Aldean.
Want to be a country music star.
Yeah, like that's not their person. That's not their I don't know, their end all be all. But the black community in the what's looked to be, like I said, it could most likely if you look at each person and break it down individual by individual, that's not the truth. But that's what it seemed to look like on social media.
I mean, but we're being honest though, like the reason that those white people are not in power because there's other white people that's in more power. Like they got companies and shit. For us, our celebrities are our most powerful black people. We do have other powerful black people, but not to a point that they have control in any like certain industry or sector. But like for us, our most important influences in sports and in celebrity. So that's why they are our leaders. But like you can be a rich white celebrity, but nigga, like there's so many other judges and Supreme Courts and
I like because I was like white people main thing is like their thing they figurehead people is politics. Right, like that's their figurehead.
Not even them. The corporations are the figurehead people because those are niggas that really run the politics. Like them niggas are just middlemen. If we're being honest. So it's like white people, like there's a hierarchy, and so it ain't no reason for somebody to really be speaking out, because I mean they already got shit going for them in a sense, like how they system go. Like, I mean, what's the white people plight in a sense where
why do they have a plight?
Like, and if they do, they can just go to government to fix that shit in a sense.
I feel like, to the original question though, when you think of the white community, you think of certain shit. When you think of the black community, you don't think of middle class. You don't think of opportunity, do you? You kind of think of like maybe impoverished, the civil rights issues and so on and so forth. And being based off those communities, I guess in the best sense, the person you see, made it out the hood and went to college and made it to the NBA, NFL, et cetera, et cetera. A rapper that popped and blew up and became rich and took care of his family. So those are the things they saw, or the community, you could say, saw, to where it's all right, that I know for sure I can do, not even knowing all the other possibilities and stuff. And since those are the main figures in the community, that's what's popularized, that's who followed, that's who, what I'm saying, our community happened to pay attention to for the most part.
That shit pop back up again. You say 10 minutes.
Damn, don't hold us fucking Zoom, chill out. God damn. Tyler comment, isn't that an opinion? I need you to, I don't know what he's talking about. Isn't that an opinion? I need you to explain that. I'm not sure what he's talking about. But anyways, what else we got, man? Hey, salute to everybody. Salute to all the young black people that's crushing the Olympics. I want to say salute to them. Oh, shit. Suns eliminate the Clippers in Game 6.
Hey.
CP3 in his first finals. Hey. Bryce, eat your fucking words.
What?
I'm talking about because Giannis. I'm not talking about because
I forgot about that shit.
You said Ben Simmons was colder, right? Ben Simmons the guy.
Yeah, that was an idiotic statement. No, I said they were on the same playing field, but that was wrong. Giannis is way more dominant, but he's still not on the level that I would consider other niggas. But Ben Simmons, that was asinine. Saying him and Ben Simmons on the same level was asinine. And
what about Jaylen Brown? Like, you still stand by your Jaylen Brown sentiment?
For the most part, yeah. But
he dropping 40.
I'll give Giannis a slight edge right now, just because he got the playoff games and what Jaylen Brown did was in the regular season. But yeah, I mean,
I listen back to
if the Nets was healthy, he wouldn't have made it out the second.
That nigga gave everybody 40 points, boy. Hey, shit happens. It's the NBA, man. You get James Harden, stay out the strip club, get to that damn trainer, you'll be all right, big dog. Mm-hmm. Kyrie, I don't know what happened to Kyrie. His knee hurt, his ankle or something. But yeah, I just read that randomly that the Clippers, the Suns beat the Clippers. They about to blow the Clippers up. I think he about to just, all right, we're going to have to restructure this shit. I spent all this money on Paul George, Kawhi. I thought we was winning every year. We lost back to back.
Kawhi got hurt though.
Yeah, but still, he like, all right, dog. We're gonna have to figure something out.
Man, they made it to the conference finals. If Kawhi wasn't hurt, who knows?
Hey, like we said about the Nets, fuck it, you gotta figure it out. But we can talk about, we can talk about some fun shit. We talk about a lot of serious shit. We can talk about some fun shit. Let's talk about the Soulja Boy Bow Wow. That's fun. All right, that's fun.
That has been hilarious.
That had to be the best verse as far as like just entertainment, like not just music entertainment, just like overall entertainment that I watched. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like Soulja Boy is like, this nigga performed the same song 3 times in a row. He performed
not in his own world.
He performed "Nigga We Made It." He let Drake part. His part was like the last 3 bars. He's like, we're gonna let this whole song play till my last 3 bars pop up at the end of the record. But if you want to be honest, Lil Bow Wow won the hoe.
Lil Bow Wow had better music. Period.
Yeah, I didn't really realize how much his Bow Wow had back in the day.
Yeah, I was just surprised that what's the name had Soulja Boy had that many hits or songs I didn't think he was gonna make it. I know he played 3 songs and he played in that's a Nicki Minaj shit, but he had like 15 songs. I was like, okay.
Hey, that Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy, it wasn't meant to be like, you know, like we ain't looking at Mary J. Blige verse again, you know. It's just because even a lot of little Bow Wow shit, it was like feature shit. Like he was like just a feature. He wasn't like he brought out 3 6 Mafia. He brought out who was that? The Snap nigga. Who was that? I forgot what his name was.
D4L.
D4L. He brought like it's like so deaf features that he so happened to be able to be graced to be on. But yeah, there was something else about verses I wanted to ask. I don't even remember. It was something about verses I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't remember what it was. We'd have had so many verses conversations. This is like, was Rob here for our verse conversation about J. Cole saying J. Cole get washing verses?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
Who you think? I ain't gonna ask you who do you think could beat J. Cole, but who do you think J. Cole could beat, or who do you think would be a good matchup for him? I just want to get see where your head at.
Like a good matchup in the verses.
Yeah.
Big Sean.
I knew you guys.
I ain't gonna lie, that ain't even saying much. I mean, that's where that puts you where you put. You know what I'm saying?
Big Sean watching that nigga.
I want to say.
I don't know.
I kind of want to say Kendrick, but
no.
I feel like Kendrick got enough bangers to.
Yeah.
He's watching that.
Maybe Kendrick.
No, not Kendrick. Not Kendrick.
I feel like Kendrick. Not Kendrick. Why not Kendrick?
He not even beating Big Sean.
Kendrick got too many. Kendrick got too many like you know, solidified like hits and like shit. Nah. Like it's like because like verse is like a feeling, you know what I'm saying? It's like when this record dropped, like oh shit, like J. Cole got some hits. I ain't gonna say he don't got no fucking hits. That's stupid. But like when you compare him to like a like I think that's good. I think he could beat Big Sean.
No.
Bryce really no. I think he could beat Big Sean.
Nah,
I think he could
he'll watch Big Sean.
Yeah, he could be.
Big Sean got songs like Click. The nigga got what he on with Kendrick. What's the shit? They dropped to stop the whole fucking world. Like nigga,
Control.
Big Sean on shit.
Control ain't gonna nigga. If you play Control of the verse, niggas say turn that shit off.
You count.
Yeah,
If Big Sean played Control,
if we was talking about Big Sean versus like 2 Chainz or something, I can see you saying that. We talking about Big Sean versus J. Cole. It's not gonna be a bunch of hits. It's gonna be some rapidy rap shit.
If
no,
you
you
can't
can't say
Control.
that.
They're gonna say, nigga, the only nigga who play Control is Kendrick. Turn that shit off. That's the only part we remember.
I don't give a fuck.
That ain't gonna get him no points. They're gonna be like, is that Kendrick? He played Kendrick's song.
Big Sean got way better features than J. Cole. I ain't gonna say better, but more. He got more features than J. Cole. I feel like he just got more hits and more features than J. Cole. That's why I'm saying that. Not just because he's just straight up better. So let me clarify. But I feel like what the name of the shit was called, they whole clique. When MMG was a thing, TDE, when the cliques was a thing, nigga, them niggas they had a few songs together that was some bangers, bro.
Good music.
That he was on that whole like, bro, he got some fucking songs that's bangers, bro. Besides just his regular old catalog, and plus some features that got with Lil Wayne, bro. He got all his features with Lil Wayne go hard, like period. So I'm just saying, J. Cole, he don't work with niggas enough like Big Sean.
Okay, fuck the feature with no features. Your music.
Oh well, then never mind. It's a close battle. But I'm talking about his whole catalog.
I feel you coming from. I feel like J. Cole watched that nigga anyway.
I disagree.
But hey,
I think if you allow the feat, because like obviously versus allows the features.
You know what I'm saying?
I have an idea.
What?
Next week in Rob.
Because I was gonna say
Sean versus J. Cole versus our own. We do our own.
Oh Jesus.
Nah, I do you one better. I do you one better. Songs. Because I didn't want to make it easy for myself at first, but I figured I might as well make it easy on myself. And I do Tory Lanez and you do Big Sean. Because Tory is like super washed. Big Sean.
No, Tory don't have enough like he don't have enough like Tory Lanez got washed by Fresh Montana. What you talking about? Fresh Montana washed Tory Lanez when they did their verses. Tory Lanez like, oh shit. My first
what you talking about?
Tory Lanez like, oh shit, I only had like two big hits. I got like little, my fans like this shit, but like I ain't got nothing else past that. French Montana kept dropping the bombs on his ass after another. So scratch Tory Lanez.
All French Montana hits is features though.
Hey, tough titty. That's how the game goes.
It be like that.
That's how the game. Hey, if you listen to a lot of people's verses, it's just like, hey, it's a Drake thing. So that's just how the game goes. That's how the verses go.
He got some features, man.
Is there fair verses for Drake?
Nah.
Yeah.
Kanye. I was wrong. I thought about Kanye. I said Drake would watch Kanye, but when I really started listening to Kanye catalog, I was like, it's a little closer than I think.
I think Kanye, like we talking about just guys. It's gotta be a guy versus guy thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just Kanye.
Yeah.
I think Wayne could hold his own against Drake.
Oh well, I forgot about Wayne.
Wayne, I think, depending on what's setting you in. Now, if you do it in New York, Jay-Z can have a a stab at Drake.
You can't play 99 Problems against Drake. I'm sorry.
Why can't he?
Shit washed.
No, that's a big song.
Dated.
Are you crazy? When that beat drop, you gotta have them cult classics.
You gotta be 40.
Like, oh no, we got kicked. How do you gotta buy Zoom? Do you gotta buy Zoom? Invite me back to the damn meeting, Bryce. We about to get into a good conversation. Bear with us. I'll wait for Bryce to invite me back. All right, join with the video. We back in the building. It's your boy D-Friend. We keeping it cordial. I gotta figure something out. This ain't never did this before. We done recorded on Zoom for like 5 weeks straight, and this ain't never happened before. I don't know what's going on with this, big dog. Bro, we done recorded on Zoom for 6 weeks straight, and that ain't never happened.
Them niggas upgrade the plan on our bitch ass.
Like, oh, no, y'all been getting away with this free shit for too long, big homie. You gonna have to pay for that.
That whole part.
God damn, look, niggas
so you've used this is the end of your free session.
That Jay-Z slander start coming out there. It's like, click. But anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, I think Jay-Z can hold his own because when Jay-Z starts playing some of the major hits, like what could Drake play that'll beat something like Hard Knock Life? When you hear that beat drop, what's Drake gonna play to beat that?
That's a good one.
What's Drake gonna play to beat Big Pimpin'?
He got features.
I feel like Jay-Z.
I think of Drake features too, though. That's
a dope one.
Like Jay-Z
versus Lil Wayne, Drake versus Ye.
Who versus Eminem?
Oh, get that nigga the fuck out of here.
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Okay. I think low-key that would be a good one.
Drake could play Pound Cake, hit ass.
Nah, see, like he lost. He can't do that.
I can't.
Jay-Z on there.
What you said? What he said?
He's a Jay-Z on there.
Jay-Z on Pound Cake.
Oh, fuck. He asked me to play something.
Jay-Z might have had the better verse. Yeah.
How you gonna play your Jay-Z feature against Jay-Z?
Bryce got serious and I said that. No. That Jay-Z verse hard on there.
It's hard, but Drake was on that.
That's what I think Drake got a lot of like classic album cut songs. That's why he's so big and popular. But his singles in the verses, I don't think them hoes work like that. Like if you play 99 Problems and Drake come back with Hotline Bling, I don't think niggas really feeling that shit. Like, yeah, Hotline Bling was big, but I don't think people like, oh my God, he played Hotline Bling. He killing it. Like, I don't think so. Like, Hold On, We Going Home, when he dropped that, it's like,
I'm on one or something like that.
Yeah, he gotta play like that. He gotta play like the rap class. He can't play the singy shit unless it's like. See, he can't play shit like that. That's just because I love that shit. Like I love Shot for Me, but I don't think the people going like against Jay-Z. That ain't gonna work.
Nah, I don't give a fuck who you is and who you like. Crew Love get the banging through them speakers, bro. You in it?
I'm just thinking like if I play Big Pimpin' and he play Crew Love, who wins that round?
I mean, he got it. I give it to Jay-Z.
Depends on who go first.
Close. It'd be close, bro. It's hard because it's like they do two different things, so it's like you pinning one against like another type of thing, and them niggas are both great. So, but I'll give you Big Pimpin', and I'll give you the other.
That's probably why Kanye would be a better matchup. Just because they kind of got that,
battle.
like it's like that, you know.
I tell y'all, the greatest verses of all time: Jay-Z and Wayne, Drake and Ye, Kendrick and Eminem.
And Beyonce versus Rihanna.
I think Wayne got some shit to go against what you say. Hard Knock Life and shit like that. And they got Go DJ.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He got some shit that's gonna battle with that because that's those like Rob nailed it to the head with that one. They got the same type of styles in a sense. They come with the bars, and they don't really fuck with the slow beats as much in a sense. Versus Kanye and Drake is acoustic. So
and they got history, so it's like must see. I paid to see that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne
that'd be dope.
And Drake and Jay-Z. I mean Drake and Kanye got history. So yeah.
How many pay-per-views you think if they did that like as a triple header versus night? We got Drake, Kanye, Jay-Z, Wayne, Eminem, Kendrick, pay-per-view, $50 to watch.
Billy.
I don't know about $1 billion. That's a little crazy. $1 billion?
They ain't made that. Floyd got $1 billion versus the
best musical of all time.
You said $1 million?
Billion.
Floyd ain't never had $1 billion.
Not himself personally, but throughout like everybody, and I would say all the pay-per-view. If Floyd got 700, how much he got? 700 million?
I'm talking about one night only, triple header.
I know, but Mayweather got how much one night? What was his biggest?
100 million.
Oh, his biggest check was 100 million?
No. His biggest check was like 200 million.
Okay, I thought it was like closer to 5 or higher.
No, I think with McGregor it was like 2 million. I mean 200 million.
So 200, and that's Floyd being Floyd. So let's say each one of them niggas is Floyd in their own type of bag. 200 each. They all bringing 200 mil to the bag.
So you think that one event will bring in
$1 billion
dollars?
It's possible, bro. The whole world will be watching. Damn near.
Bro, that'll hands down be one of the biggest events.
I think it'll be one of the biggest events ever, but I don't think it would generate $1 billion.
That shit could crash the internet.
Yeah, the servers might not be ready for that one. I ain't gonna hold you. A trip versus hit me up. I mean, I can't get this shit cracking for you, but like triple header, pay-per-view.
I'm saying, bro, like that's when you think about each one of these niggas, like all these niggas kind of argue with each other. They fan bases all kind of argue with each other already. Niggas is coming there to clash. Like America loves battles like that. And bro, it's like the Patriots versus the motherfucking, I don't know, whoever else was a legendary ass team in football. Like, or the Celtics versus the Lakers, like or Dallas Cowboys versus the Patriots. These niggas' brains are huge. So alone, I'm thinking they probably bringing in 200 mil each. And you name what? 5 of them? 6 of them. You name 6 people.
So
all of them bringing that bag, bro.
Was that 1.2 billion? 1.2?
Eminem bringing that bag. Kendrick bringing that bag. Everybody's bringing that bag.
That just sound too crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even rock. Well, 1.2 billion. That's an astronomical amount.
Them niggas all performing at one time for like 3 hours, nigga. That would be fucking huge.
I know it'd be huge, but I don't know about the Billy number. I don't know about the 1.2 billion.
That's better than any festival. Cause y'all think these niggas gonna perform. This is gonna be a concert. Like this shit ain't just gonna be some niggas. Like these niggas gonna try to outdo each other. Like nigga, these niggas ain't like they're about to put the bag into this shit. So and it's gonna be like the best festival ever, nigga. 6 of the best niggas of all time beats like a 50 nigga festival. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I think, and let's say you can get a crowd in there. You get a live crowd. You can pack a stadium out
you can sell out Madison Square Garden and like, you know what I'm saying, do the, you know.
I don't know, man. That sound like a bag.
Fuck it, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what'll make it bigger? Let's take out, I know Eminem got a big fan base. That's cute. Kendrick, cute. Let's take them out. If we throw in Beyonce versus Rihanna, I think that should make it like that'll be the biggest event ever created.
It'll be fucking over. Nigga, I feel like it'll be fights in the street.
It'll be conversations for days and weeks and years and months. Like that'll be the biggest thing that ever happen.
That'll be some like, cause you gotta think, bro. We talking about these are stars. These are lights that they don't be fucking with niggas. They do their own little shit. For them to all come together and make some shit one of the most spectacular shit. Like think about when Jay-Z, T.I., Lil Wayne on Swagger Like Us. It was one other person came on the like, bro. That was some of the most memorable shit. I think it was Kanye. To see them all on the stage at one time, bro. That was some memorable shit. To think that would be like a 3-hour event. Come on, bro. That's bigger. That might be bigger than the Super Bowl. It might be, and we know Super Bowl make $1 billion. You put around the commercials around it. You put the advertising around it, bro. That shit could be huge.
Yeah, you see, we used to add ads and shit like that. Like, all right, I see you. All right, man, let's get some deeper conversations.
My bad, because Drake bringing an Apple bag. This nigga, what's the name, bringing a title bag? Like niggas is bringing bags already too. But my bad, yeah.
No, you good. Which one of y'all put Dad Lives Matter? What does that mean?
Because in spite of inspiring for Father's Day, happy Father's Day, brother. They just passed. You know,
appreciate you.
We ain't get to come on.
Happy belated.
But
we told.
Y'all text me.
I just seen I just thought like, bro, we should emphasize how important dads' lives are, since we know how social media is, and talk about how the man don't matter, or what's the man value besides money and shit like that. Because most women are now just degrading men down to if he's a bag or not, or his clout maybe. But besides that, I was like, bro, let's bring in some statistics, because somebody had said, and it was like dawning to me, like over like 70 or plus more percentage of women that's in the sex industry didn't have a father in their home. And I was like, let me go fact check it. I couldn't find that fact exactly, but that's not something I like. You had to tell me that's out of the range. So it got me inspired to look up other statistics just because I couldn't find that one. But just like to start with that statistic alone, bro, like that's some crazy shit. Because you think about it, like your mom gonna always kind of be loving and cuddle you and kind of be accepting. But like, if you don't have that father figure, like, what if my father seen me on social? What if my father seen me on OnlyFans? What if my father seen me on X videos and shit like this? What would he think about me? Like, how and wouldn't my father be disappointed in me? And like little shit like that, I feel like can help just help women with their morals in the sense of like when shit get bad. Like, I'm not going to turn to this because I was taught integrity, or I respect my father in a sense. Because we already know our mother going to love us and shit like that, whatever. But I'm not even trying to say who's better or worse in a sense, but we know how we have our different dynamics. But I sent y'all a few statistics that I had found. Let me see. So this is the
I'll check them out.
Father absence and the impact. 90% of homeless and runaway children didn't have a father in their home. 85% of all youths in prisons didn't have a father in their home. 71% of dropouts didn't have a father in their home. You're 7 times more likely to become a teenage pregnancy without a father in the home. Like, I'm just throw those out right there. What y'all think on that? It's some more that I probably throw in a little later, but what y'all think on that right there?
I mean, yeah, that's just like that's the fact. I mean, that's what it is. That's the facts. Like, people could, and I mean, regardless of who's, I mean, obviously there's probably fault on both sides. A lot of dudes just be getting girls pregnant, run off. So it's like, they got to be held accountable too. But yeah, that's a contributing factor. That's why it's like, that's why when I see some of these people just talk about like all these new YouTube shit, it's just like, it's just trying to figure out how to hook up. It's like, is that the society and culture you want to build, or do you want to build a culture of like, hey, let's keep bring back family. Let's bring back the family value. Let's bring back the father. Let's not be running around and just getting this chick pregnant, that chick pregnant, and being like, fuck it, and I'm gonna roll out and I'm gonna do this. Like, that wasn't. I didn't have a dad, so like I always made a conscious effort in my mind is whenever when Carla was pregnant, I was already planning on probably most likely marrying her. We was already together for like 4 years, but like, okay, we're getting married. We got a kid. Eventually, in the future, probably have more kids. Like, I've always planned on having that dynamic. I didn't want to be like just having kids with random people and okay, I got a kid over here. And no, disrespect to people that's doing that because there are dads who have multiple kids, but they still like, at least they in their kid's life. But most times, if you're not in the home, it can still lead to some of those things that you speak about. Like you can have a dad who's active, but he doesn't live with you, and you can still kind of veer off in a way. So it's like it's good to have a dad, but it's better to have like in home, like mom, dad, two parent in the household. Like,
yeah, of course. But I just wanted to say how you said like, of course, like men to be fucking up and shit. I'm not trying to sit up here and say that it's women fault for picking or men fault for leaving. Like I'm just saying like we know how fucking detrimental it is to our future generations, and we got to do stuff to correct it and not push these negative agendas. Obviously, because even with this independent shit, bro, it's not gonna look good with the future kids because it's just gonna be repetition of shit that we already can see that's going on today. Like there's plenty of enough kids and data and family households to go off of and show you examples of this shit. And this was before this feminist movement was even as strong as it is today type shit. So I got another one. Almost all school shooters didn't have a father in the home. Like it's like
no, there's definitely a correlation between like having a tough life and not having a 2-parent household. Like there's definitely a correlation. Like it's not even like you can't even deny that. Like of course you can find anecdotal people who like, oh well, he didn't have a dad. Look at him, he's great. Like you'll find that with any group of people.
But even with those person that's great, right, it's a good chance that something is psychologically affecting with them. Like just because like that's how detrimental this shit is, bro. Like we don't understand how fragile a child growing up is. And even if you did have a successful life, bro, if you was missing a parent, bro, it's certain things that you can't get back. And I obviously that's life. We have to deal with that shit, but we have to do our best to correct and have a community to help with that shit at least too. But it just shows, bro, like we can't take that shit lightly, bro. Family, like I heard Kevin Samuel say, he was like, bro, we take marriage like it's a luxury. Like that shit is a necessity for probably 90% of America. Cause I mean, you're just off income alone, your income by itself is not good enough to be by itself in a sense. So yeah, it's a stark ass reality, bro. But I just wanted to, like I say, it was Father's Day, and I want to acknowledge how important the fathers that are doing their job is. Like, bro, you niggas are fucking life changing. Obviously, the mothers too, and even more importantly, the people that are together. Like, bro, these things are fucking tremendous and amazing. Because, bro, the shit that y'all are doing, bro, you can literally say it's changing the world. Yeah. Because your kids are more likely to affect the world in a positive way. Not that like these kids that are fucked up in the percentages are trying to do this shit, but they're a product of their environment. But your kids and these like other kids that have productive environments, even if they don't have both people in the household, there's other ways to have a productive environment, like putting your kids in sports, putting your kids in like after school programs around other people and things like that. So it's other ways to address that problem, but don't act like just because you don't have something in the household, you can overcompensate and make up for it. No, you're gonna have to make sure you're doing more than enough things to help that kid out. But yeah, bro, it's more likely that kids in those type of environments are going to affect the world in a better way because they're products of good homes. So I just it really was just a nod. I wasn't trying to slight anyone because like I said, bro, most people that have these kids are fucking 18 teens when they have these kids. So it's not like these niggas it was kids raising kids. We know that statement. So I'm not trying to victim blame or point at anybody and saying, oh, you fucked up and you're going to have a fucked up kid. Like, no, I don't want to say that. I'm just saying like, hey man, if you are in this situation, make sure you're looking for father figures that you can help with that kid. Whether it's if it's a daughter, you definitely want to have trusted father figures. But even with a male, you don't want your kid being around a negative male influence. Like
you hear it all the time. It's like these rappers, they'll be like, oh, why'd you end up going to the streets, or why'd you end up joining the gang? And they'll be like, my mama was working overnight doing this, so I was just out in the streets. And like these older dudes that I looked up, a lot of them looked up to him like, oh, these my father. Like not all of them, but like, oh, I looked at him as a father figure. Like just because dude older than you, like they might not be giving you they might not be giving you that good game because they bring you into a certain life when you don't gotta be. That ain't the figure you probably should be wanting. But a lot of people don't know that because they see everybody else doing
That
it. I
ain't the
get it's like
ideal role model.
it's your environment, so it's like everybody else doing it. So like I understand that why you would lean to that thing. Like community, it's a sense of community, it's a sense of this, but it's not always the best thing. So like if you got I mean, it's just like what's that movie? I don't know if they try to depict it that way, but it's like Boys in the Hood. Like look at Boys in the Hood. Even though he wasn't in a 2-parent household, but he was living with his daddy. And he was more like kind of on that straight and narrow, like, because he know when he got home, his daddy was gonna be like, "What the hell you out there doing? Hey, what you doing with this? Hey, what you doing with that?" Even even on Friday when his daddy saw him going to get that gun, he was like, "What you doing, man? Like, what you got the fucking hand? What you pulling the gun and doing all this?"
Yeah,
that guidance.
Yep. And for men, I've been seeing this in the threads of YouTube and Twitter, how men have to have a necessary struggle because like it's what hardened us. And the men that fold to adversity are, you can't really call them the top echelon of men. The men that break through this adversity, literally, you can see how they're a testament to the things that they've been through and fought against. So I don't know how I brought that up exactly, but with men, like you said, him being in that household and shit like that, like, bro, it takes a certain a level of hard discipline that with a woman, she's going to kind of collar you. And that's why she had to kind of send him off to his father in a sense like that and give him that stern discipline. Because you, as a man, you have, life is hard. And you need to start learning that shit as a young age. As far as if you do this, there needs to be strict and things that you get punished with in a sense, like not obviously getting your ass fucking beat, but you got things that you got to do in the sense of more chores or something like that. But it's even a special type of way you got to raise a man and a special type of way you got to raise a woman. Like we back in the day, we used to take the shit more serious. You had etiquette class where women had to go to etiquette class, how to take care of their body, how to interact in public. Men had to go to some type of military school or some type of training school or something like that, where they learn certain fundamentals on how to become a man and become consistent in life. But as life kind of go on and we go into that, I'm in that independent, I can do this all on my own, I feel like people are going to deny good other options, even though you may not have a father in your home. It's like, don't do that. Don't think, you can just do it all on your own, because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Like marriage, or I don't even think originally, like I think we brought up on this thing like marriage is like only based out of love. Sometimes marriage is based out of survival. It's like like you say with the income thing, like, bro, if you make it 40, right? Say you make 40 by yourself, your fiance, your girlfriend, your wife, they making 40, and y'all young, y'all get married. It's like, okay, now y'all household bringing in 80, and y'all young. So imagine when y'all hit 30, 40, like by the time y'all 30, y'all might be pulling in 200 together. Like 100,000 is good, but like the longevity you can get with 200 is like a different. And I think we live in this generation where it's like social media and like these apps is swipe left, swipe right. It's just everything so access is just so free to sex with this person. Like people don't think. I don't even understand why people don't think about the consequences, right? I'm not in the dating world, but from looking at social media, I don't think nobody uses condoms. Like nobody. Just from seeing how people talk on social media, and they just like fuck it.
Yeah.
Like they don't even. There's no even thought process about it. So that's why when you see all these states start pulling up these laws, like, hey, you better tighten up. You thought you can get an abortion whenever you wanted. All right, look, Texas said 6 weeks. As soon as that heart start beating, you're done. That's your baby. Now, of course, you can get adoption, try to do backdoor shit, maybe punch your stomach, drink alcohol, whatever, try to force a miscarriage or whatever the hell people would do. But, like, you got to take responsibility at some point. It's like,
which we don't recommend, by the way.
Like, I get why certain people at certain time periods got fucked up. Like, when the welfare state hit and they was like, hey, you can't do this unless you only got this person in the household, this, that. I get why crack laws started arresting black men for little bits of shit, put them in the jail for 50 years. Like, I get shit like that. But sometimes it's like people just willingly going out their way to do certain shit. It ain't just black people. Like, if you look at statistics like of poor white people, poor Hispanic people, and you look at their household ratio too, they should be fucked up. Pacific Islanders, I looked at the statistics of Pacific Islanders, it pretty much mirrors that of African American people in America. They just black people. I know we like to look. It's like because I don't know if black and white are like the main contingent in America, but like Mexican communities, like in the Mexican community, their thing is high as it's like 2 people in the household just unmarried. But
and those statistics wasn't black families. So think about how dysfunctional black family is. I'm not saying that other ethnic groups are better than us, but we know our problems, and we know we don't have the same financial fucking revenue. Like what are black people net income? Like if you take away their car, it's like $200 or something like that.
like the
I think
average,
white people,
I don't know, it's not that high.
like it's not over 1,000. If you take away their car,
Like,
it's like less than $500. I don't even think it's $100 if I'm being honest. But I think white people is like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or like that. But so think about that along with the man and shit not being in a household. Like we already don't make as much as these other groups. So like you said, marriage and sticking together is even more of a necessity than other groups. Because those facts was about all races without men in the household. And like I said, just take into account that our shit is a little bit more dysfunctional because we know our historical problems and we still trying to pull ourselves out. So those statistics are probably a little bit worse than in our community.
What do you think the statistics are of parents pushing kids out the house when they turn 18?
Oh, that's by option. Most so it's a statistic like most people that have most people that have kids have multiple kids in a sense. And those are the ones that have the majority of the kids. So usually if you have one kid, you got more than one. So you really kind of got to get them out the house because it's financially beneficial to you. Because you usually got more than one kid to take care of in a sense, especially in our community. Most people don't just have one kid. So yeah, I think it's probably higher in our community when you take effect that we don't make that much and have more than one kid. Yeah, at 18, man, it's very like the pressure's on you. Pressure's on you. Some people feel that pressure in high school. Yourself.
Do y'all think y'all would do that when y'all have kids? Like as soon as they turn 18, it's like go.
No, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I'm trying to be in a situation where they can stay till. If it's a male, he probably gonna want to be going around 21 anyways, in a sense. But I want them to have a place they can come back to in a sense. But even then. Like I said, men got to be taught a little different, so they got to be pushed into the world. But I ain't going to implement a lot of things that that's not going to be a problem in a sense. He probably, like how I want it, you're going to already have probably a business together. You're going to have stocks. Your credit's going to be high because we're going to be working on that shit when you're young, honestly. Like we say, most child prodigies start when they're young. So that's what I'm trying to be on. But yeah. Robert, what you think?
I wouldn't kick them out at 18. If they ready and able at 18, then of course you ground. Go ahead, take your shot if you feel like you're ready. But otherwise, nah. Because you know what I'm saying? You don't even if you know what I'm saying, if to say you're doing the right thing, they're gonna be going to college, right? You ain't gonna just be like, all right, well, you going to college, get out of my house. You stay there now, you deal with that. You know what I'm saying? You still got some, you gonna be their parents, so still got some.
I don't think I know 18 is like
you doing your job.
18 is like you're grown, but like, bro, when you're 18, you're not grown, bro. Like you're grown and like legal standards and all that shit, but like, bro.
Yeah. If it's a daughter, if I got a daughter, she probably not leaving the house until she's married.
Damn.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. Your daughter's supposed to be in your household until you pass her off to another man.
I mean, yeah, like the traditional. Yeah, it's true. But
and I mean, in real life, why would I want my daughter to be out on her own? Like, I mean, I don't see a benefit for that in my daughter. Like, what is she really going to gain besides the like? I mean, I know you might want your freedom and shit, but it's more beneficial to be at home. And most women live with their mothers even when they damn near in their 40s and 50s. So that's not nothing crazy. I'm being funny, but
I was like, damn, where you seen that statistic at?
But no, a lot of women live with their mothers, not like no cap. Like women live with their mothers way longer than black men get to live with their mothers. Way longer. And when their daughter get a house, a lot of times the mother come to that house. A lot of times, not all the time, a lot of times. So even I'm just saying, women are more comfortable with being in the household anyway. It ain't like a man that need to be out the house. So I understand you may want your freedoms and shit like that. I'm not saying that you can't have no boyfriend and nothing like that. You can date and all that different shit. But obviously, like, I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not about to be like, you got a chastity belt. Like, you got to be a virgin until. No, I'm not doing that shit. Just this is your home. Like, you don't have to have your own house. You don't have to have your own bills. Even if you have a job and all that shit, you can save that up and put that towards your marriage, like your future, your kids. Like I said, but
I think
boys a little different.
I think it's easier for a dude to stay in his house where he grew up when it's just his mama. I'm like, when you got, it's like when it's two men, like we both grown, it's like, all right, dog. Some got like, you can't be 25 years old coming down. Hey, mama, can you maybe some? That, you gotta get the hell out of my like. I would never push nobody. Like, if you're not doing good, you can stay. I'm not gonna just throw people out there just for the sake of just saying I'm gonna throw a motherfucker out there. Like, you gotta go figure it out. And I ain't gonna put, because that's how people go contempt, and then they end up with all kind of mental health issues and all kind of shit. I ain't gonna do that.
Because how I look at it is like, if they not ready by 25, I gotta look at what I did. So if they still a burden on my household, I gotta look at something I'm doing to help make them get the right steps, even if it may be 30 or 40. That's my fault as a parent, because they should have been more than ready by 21 as a man, for at least. And I know typically when you go the traditional route, when you're 18, you don't know shit. But I feel like we're gonna operate different with our kids in a sense. So yeah. That I'm going off that premise in a sense. Like, they're not gonna just be the traditional 18-year-old kid that don't know what the fuck is going on in the world.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Black dads matter.
Good morals. Good philosophies. No, not black dads. Dads.
Oh, dad. My bad. God damn. My bad. I'm not
Dad
racist.
lives matter.
I'm not racist. I'm sorry.
Dad lives
Everybody matters.
Damn.
All dads matter. My bad. God damn.
Matter of fact, only reason I said dad lives matter because it was Father's Day, but whole household matters, because we know that's an attack right now. We got an attack on the nuclear family.
Yeah,
is what they call it.
The nuclear family. Keep it together, people. Your grace of salvation. Rob get married. He gonna have a kid within 2 years.
That's the plan.
You think so? Within 2 years? Or you just like, y'all just be like living life? Fuck it.
Nah, probably within the next 2.
How many kids you want?
Definitely after the wedding, though. I'm thinking either 2 or 4. I ain't decided yet between 2 or 4.
I ain't gonna lie.
Because I feel like I wouldn't mind 4 kids, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, you gotta see how that first one pop out. I'm like, you know what? I might just stick with
one.
I might just take one.
I ain't gonna lie. If I get my money how I want it, I'm gonna be competing with Future. I'm gonna be competing with Nick Cannon.
But you're gonna be competing with them as far as what? Having one woman doing the 7? We talking about this nuclear family shit. And you talking about?
I'm gonna have a big ass nuclear family. Gonna be 3 women in the compound with all our kids, nigga.
Oh hell! Look, Bryce, one woman. I don't know about that one.
Just because I said like 10, 15 kids. I don't know. Most women don't want to have 3, 4 kids each. So I'm being funny with 3. But nah, I want to have. If I could be how I want to be, rich, shit, and I could raise kids like I want to raise them and have my compound and have my money and can hire teachers and all this shit to come to the whatever. Yeah, I want to have I want to have basketball team, football team. Goddamn, no cap. But that's honestly, y'all seen that one dude that died? He had like 39 kids.
The dude who had 39 wives with like 100 kids.
I don't know about having 39 wives, but I don't know about 39.
He was like he was an Indian dude, right? Indian dude out there, like, you know, one of the guys over there. Yeah, that's too much, dog. I mean, he obviously isn't like dated. I doubt he's day to day like maintaining those relationships with everybody. But like, that's a lot of kids.
Nah, yeah, 39 wives.
I don't know if it was 39 wives with 100 kids or was it like 10 wives with 39 kids. It was something.
I'm gonna match my daddy, but do it the right way.
How many kids he got?
I think he has 10.
God damn.
I really want to go crazy. I'm gonna add my mama 4 kids in there too.
See, but I feel like with that shit, that's like back in the old days. You gotta start early with that shit.
Yeah, you do.
Like you gotta start like at 18, like hitting them out the park.
But nah, shit. If I'm who I am, I got like 3 women or 2 women, whatever. Shit, that could happen in about 10, 15 year span.
I mean, yeah, if you got 3 women and they have 3 kids each, you got 9. Maybe one
3
have an
kids
extra.
every 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, but it's just like women's fertility start dropping once they hit 30. So it's like
I ain't saying I'm gonna be dating with my age.
oh, shit. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Hey, don't give me some young. If you ain't got your beard in now, and we the same age, you fry. When I make it, it's gonna be I'm getting the prime when I need that prime 32 ounce.
I need the motherfuckers that spitting out the babies. That's what I need. But no, I want like 4 kids. I think 4 kids that's solid. Like I want to be old and like my kids come over for like Thanksgiving and like they each had like 3 or 4 kids. So like now they got a bunch of kids. Like I want to, cause like I said, I never had a big family. Like every time I go like to, and no, you love your small family, but like when I go to my grandma's, it'd be me, my grandma, when my papa was alive, Ashley, my mama, my Aunt Marie. 6 people. That's it. Yeah. So when I get older, when I'm 80, I want my 4 kids. And possibly their 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? So like you multiply.
Even some of them have kids by the time you're 80. You may be a great grandpa by that time.
Cause you look at these motherfuckers and they had their little holiday parties and they got these big ass families. Like God damn that. Cause when you got big family too, you got people to fall back on. You got opportunities that can be created for you with these big ass families. Cause like, hey, your cousin did it. He do this. You trying to do that? Go hit you. Oh shit. Okay, put you in the door. It's family shit. Look out for each other.
You breed success, man, especially productive ones.
But at the end of the day, man,
sounds like a community. It could be your own family.
We are descendants.
Takes a community
of Genghis Khan, anyways.
I'm Genghis Khan, motherfucking.
Didn't they say he like half the population of Asia or some shit?
He got like more than 50% of the population got his DNA.
Because they was just raping and pillaging. They was going in back in the day.
I ain't gonna count.
Oh, hell.
They was raping and pillaging.
He didn't do it.
No, Genghis Khan, bro. Bitches wanted to sleep with Genghis Khan just because he was that nigga. Yeah. Like, you gotta think, nigga, you eat motherfucking porridge 3 times a day. You eating porridge 3 times a day, nigga. You trying to get some motherfucking what we call Genghis Grill, goddamn. You trying to get some barbecue, nigga.
That's
so they wanted it.
Different.
You gotta think, bro. Women, bro. I always bring up 7 Inch recently. He bring that shit up. He was like, bro, a lot of times women husbands will go fight the niggas that's invading. Them niggas come in and then the women leave with them because it's like, if I don't leave with them, I ain't got shit.
Well, like, that's how they conquer. They take all the women and children, they kill all the men. That's just like.
But I'm saying the women they'll be sad and shit, but internally they gotta go with them. Like they like, bro, I'm about to. But that's some traumatic shit too, though.
Yeah, they hate their life. It's like they stay fighting.
That nigga Genghis Khan. That nigga. Bro, you gotta think everybody know who Genghis Khan is. When that nigga walk down the street, niggas know who Genghis Khan is. Like Genghis Khan was like Drake back in the day. Everybody wanted a little bit of Genghis Khan.
Murdering and pillaging community on community.
They don't give a fuck.
Like Drake.
They don't give a fuck.
Yes, they do. You think these people wanted to be around Genghis Khan?
Bro, these women was like, brother, are you crazy?
They're like saying women wanted to have sex with Hitler or some shit like that. Like, oh, he's Hitler.
You don't think Hitler had bitches?
Not Jewish ones.
He had a whole nation. You don't think he had bitches?
Not Jewish ones. I doubt he had the Jewish. Like I said, he don't have the people he persecuting.
Bro, no, bitches was in love with Hitler. You crazy?
No, that's my point. See, we talking about Genghis Khan killing these villagers people. They don't want him because they're being persecuted by him. Hitler probably had German bitches, yeah, but he had no Jewish ones because he was persecuting them. You think Jewish women was like, ooh,
let's not talk about this.
He's the leader.
Let's move on back to Genghis Khan because I don't want to use that rhetoric. But I think there have been some bitches in some nations. That nation wasn't taking care of me. Fuck them niggas. Them niggas wasn't that great anyways. Genghis Khan was kind of looking at me a certain type of way. He walked down the street. I'm trying that nigga. That's a life-changing nigga.
No, it's not. He gonna impregnate you. He going to pillage and rape the next community. He gone. He ain't like he taking them with him into his castle and they get to chill.
The problem with this is they in survival mode. They're not thinking long term. That's how he got fucked up. But I'm just saying, they had bitches.
The girls
you don't think
wanted
American bitches ain't like him?
The girls wanted it with Bill and they wanted it with Genghis. That's what I'm taking away from this whole conversation today.
Bro, nigga, what was the nigga that just was killing niggas? The nigga that was killing niggas and Zac Efron played the nigga in the movie?
Ted Bundy.
Bitches, these niggas get bitches, bro. That's one thing. I ain't saying women are wrong or crazy or anything, but
no, that's crazy. If somebody wants to go fuck with Ted Bundy, you can say they're crazy. That's not even like a they're crazy.
Well, yeah,
they're crazy.
That's fair to say.
I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm saying
no, they are.
If you can build a a following, you gonna get bitches.
I'm not saying there ain't no hoes that wanted to fuck with Genghis Khan. I'm saying the ones he was killing their husbands probably didn't want him.
The ones he was attacking.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I doubt there was
crying when they seen Genghis Khan because they like, oh my God, changed my life.
No, I doubt they was like, please come attack my village next. Please kill all our women and children. Kill all our men. Please come take me away.
When he pulled up, he didn't pull up walking through. They was usually tearing shit up and burning shit.
So they
and it wasn't like, hey,
anybody who wasn't them.
Like, hey, do you want to come with us? It was more like a snatch and, you know what I'm saying, throw her with the rest of them. And they kept going through.
He do all that shit, but the next few generations after, they ain't really know him like that. You know what I mean? And he already running shit. This Genghis Khan territory for the 80 years. So the first 40 years, he might not have been getting bitches. The next 40, this is work.
I mean, yeah. Once you've been the ruler for somewhere for 40 years, like, I mean, shit, you the ruler. Like, I'm sure the homeboy in Korea got girls who like, fuck it, he the leader of Korea, but he ain't a good nigga. He ain't a nigga you probably, you know.
That nigga Kim Jong-un?
Yeah, he probably, God damn, Zoom killing me. We about to end this shit, dog. Big Zoom is tripping today. We might have been going too long on that shit anyways. Let me see, bro. Every time we bring somebody up, bro, that shit get the... You can't talk about them. Bro.
Yeah, we gotta get Uvu or something.
He said Uvu. You gotta buy this shit or something?
I guess, bro. We're gonna have to buy this over. So this shit wild.
It ain't never did this shit before. But my point I was making was, what was that point I was making?
If he was running for 40 years.
Every time we bring up some type of controversial figure, this whole cut off. We brought up Bill Cosby. We brought up Bill Cosby. This shit cut off. Bryce was trying to do a little bit of Jay-Z slander. That shit cut off. I said Kim Jong-un. It said nope. I thought it would have cut off when I started bringing up Hitler or something. I said King on June. Get up off of here. But nah.
End it.
Yeah. But the same nigga that oppressed them, nigga, they get, man, yeah, I think they know they're going to get oppressed. They can't really fight that. The best thing they can do is rise up the ranks by fucking somebody. It's a hard life, but a lot of women do that.
But this is the last point because this really is just like I feel like this is like one of them conversations where niggas is tired and we just talking. But if you say Genghis Khan had 50% of the population, he wasn't taking none of these hoes to the palace with him. He was leaving them in the war-torn, wherever the hell you from. You pregnant, and you gonna stay your ass back there. And I'm moving on to the next village. He ain't like, ooh, bring me all my children and women to live in the palace. So he ain't doing all that shit.
He probably had a few wives.
Yeah, probably a few. But we talking about 50% of Asia. He probably only took 10 out of 100,000.
Well, people pay the lottery every day. They still hope they're gonna win. I can possibly be one of his wives.
All right, man. We tired. We tired, dog. We tired.
Alrighty then.
Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Make sure you subscribe, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes.
That's all I can say.
Whatever.
They had bitches, bro. Like this. Like I know. I'm not saying it was like it went through some crazy manipulation, but I'll be here for it.
I'm sure any guy who has some semblance of power got hold just off the aspect of having power. Because if you go back to nature, it's like the lion that's killing everybody is like they know he ain't no good, but he gonna attract somebody. Maybe even out of just survival. Like let me just get close to this nigga because I don't want him to kill me next. But
whoever the top dog, huh?
Yeah, we said it. The alpha crackhead got bitches.
I don't know about who the alpha crackhead is.
We did. We said it's an alpha version of everything. And the alpha crackhead, he got the most bitches.
I mean, yeah, like the alpha homeless dude out in Houston probably got all the homeless girls.
He probably got 5 tents and 3 homeless bitches in that hoe. Probably moving, wrapping sandwich, bro.
That's probably true. They bring in sandwiches back to the nigga. They bringing the money back to him.
He probably selling shit. Nigga, he got 1 tent selling narcotics, the other 10 selling snacks and goodies. Like, nigga, he got bitches. You don't think no bitch want to be involved with that? What?
I want to do a documentary on that shit.
What?
Like, I want to go undercover.
He had to sleep on the bus.
Hey, I can't do it by myself. I gotta have some people with me. We gotta go undercover in the streets. Like, we gotta get these people's story out there. We gotta talk to the people. But we gotta be undercover. We gotta be living outside too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Different time about going under deep cover.
I don't think you're gonna think enough. Them niggas gonna realize that you're not one of them.
I just got homeless today. I just caught the bus from this place.
They gonna jack your ass. I'm like, this nigga.
No,
this nigga.
that's why I said I gotta have people with me. I need like 4.
This nigga
It gotta be like 4 of us.
Like
I said, fuck it. We talking. We bullshit. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
From a bus stop to 3 tents.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Absolutely shit. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, all that great shit like that. Follow AB Unsure Pod on Instagram. That's all I got, man. What y'all got?
You can follow me on Emerald Gamer. Me and my boy Rob. I got some videos that are gonna be posted on there.
Emerald Gamer, what's that? Let me see.
I toasted that nigga a few times on the 2K. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, Emerald Gamer.
Oh, so he only record the ones he won.
That's how niggas do you. That's how they do you. They don't want to show when they get their ass whooped.
Nah, he got that bullshit buzzer beater on there. I'm about to upload.
That's cool. I call hella dubs though.
Nah, I got his dubs on there. I'm gonna upload them soon.
But that's dope. But Rob, you got anything?
But yeah, y'all can find me on Instagram at Jiggy Black Hippie. One word, Jiggy Black Hippie. And that's a wrap.
That's it, man. Appreciate y'all for watching Shit Wheels Live.
Stay
We gotta buy Zoom. We gotta buy Zoom or buy something.